Hey guys, and welcome to another video, and welcome to episode 5, I believe, of my F1 2019 career mode. So we start off the episode with two new developments upgrade. We failed, one of them failed, which is the most important one, the downforce one on the front wing, and the ICE reliability upgrade was successfully done, but unfortunately we're gonna have to wait for another weekend, make sure we get enough resource points and try it out again for the next race maybe. So today is going to be the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I have to say I am pretty confident about this race. I am pretty damn good at Baku, and I am pretty confident that I can do a pretty good job, maybe even get close to the front runners. And you know, Force India are pretty popular in here, around here, and we even saw Perez getting podiums here with Force India.
Welcome to the Baku City Circuit, where free practice for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix is about to get underway. This is a technical circuit which will nonetheless see some huge speeds, with a near flat-out final sector that's twice the length of Shanghai's back straight. Let's see who can find the right balance in their setup today. Now then, Anthony Davidson, we've had some really strategic races over the past couple of years, thanks to the current three-tyre compound system, and of course the groundwork for all those strategies comes from the free practice sessions like this one. So what do you think of the current tyre regulations?
Well, they've created some, I wouldn't say exciting necessarily, but certainly interesting races. There have been a lot more questions around, like how long can someone stay out on this set, or will they have to pace to catch another car if they suddenly bolted on a set of ultra softs, things like that. When everything comes together, we end up with multiple cars nose to tail on different tyres, all fighting for track position. So on the whole, it's definitely been a positive step, I feel, for the sport.
I've had a chat with Carl about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so give them a try.
So here we are for practice. It went not too good, I have to say. We didn't actually manage to make our qualifying pace because I didn't have enough time left. Because you can see, we had some problem with the car, and then I decided to replace the component, and I mistimed it, and unfortunately we didn't have enough time to complete the program, which we're unfortunately going to lose a good amount of R&D points, I have to say, unfortunately. But well, anything is good at this point, and as practice 3 is over, we finish in P4. Pretty good result, but as you can see, some cars actually went with the option of going on the mediums.
Welcome to qualifying in the Republic of Azerbaijan. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green, and the fight for pole position can get underway. Looking at this field today, Anthony, do you think we're going to see anyone take a chance? Maybe run the hard tyres and save some of the grippier tyres for the race tomorrow?
Well, I'd be surprised in all honesty. It's only the front runners that really have the pace to get away with that, and even then, at the end of the day, it's a big risk. Track position is the most important thing, and it's rarely worth sacrificing for a slightly more optimal strategy in the race, so I doubt we're going to see anyone trying it. I have been wrong before though. We certainly do see some risky decisions every now and then, and it's a gamble that's sometimes worth taking. But if it were me in the car, I would want to be on the fastest tyre for my qualifying lap, without a doubt.
So here we are for Q1. This is our first and only lap of the session, and as we go now, we're going to open the ERS. Our ERS is depleted, but we're gonna go over the line at 338 miles per hour, kilometers actually, to go in second place. Pretty damn good result. And we're gonna go to Q2. We timed it perfectly so that we are the last car to hopefully go over the grid, over the line, sorry. And as we cross the line, it's going to be P8. It wasn't the cleanest lap, I have to say. I made a couple of mistakes, but at least we went through for Q3, and we are just behind our teammate once again, just under 2/10. But as we go now into Q3, this is our first lap, I believe. Yes, we haven't made a lap yet, and decided to go midway in the session to make our first lap, and we are out of ERS once again. 5 minutes after the session we go P3. Now I have to say that was an amazing lap. That was the lap of my life. But now we decided to wait till the end of the session to go for another lap. Open the ERS. We still have a little bit of ERS. But as we cross the line now, we're going to finish
Excellent lap. We're really pleased.
P4. Wow, what a result. I would have literally liked if I got P3.
And with qualifying complete, let's
P4.
review our top
We
three
almost
today.
got P3
Hamilton,
just
Vettel
by,
and Charles Leclerc. Well, that wraps up
5/10.
qualifying, but don't worry,
No,
we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the
5/10 of
Grand
a
Prix.
second. No, 5/500 that is. Oh my. Well, what a lap. I'm really happy with that. And let's hope for a better race tomorrow.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. Are you happy with where you'll be on the grid tomorrow?
You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip?
Great. Well, that's everything.
Well done. Very solid result. You're looking good for the race.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. The Baku City Circuit measures roughly 6 kilometers and is made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to catastrophic consequences for all of our drivers. With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again to offer his perspective. Now, I want to ask you about Lando Norris. They're still relatively new to a sport which does have a high learning curve and, of course, little tolerance for mistakes.
And this is something that has ended the career of many a young driver, as that leap up to Formula One proves to be too much. But luckily in this case, I'd say they're doing a good, solid job, and the risk the team took in signing them is definitely starting to pay off.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Anderson, Max Verstappen and Bottas, Hülkenberg, Grosjean, Norris and Devon Butler, Russell, Weber, Daniel Ricciardo and Albon. Raikkonen, Perez, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Daniel Kvyat and Pierre Gasly, Kubica and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Let's go out there and push for at least 12th place.
So here we are on the grid. We're starting P4 right behind Charles Leclerc on the right side. And it's 5 lights. And it's lights out of the whole go. It's a pretty average start. There was a long halt to the lights out. But as we go into turn 1 now, that's Verstappen trying to make a move on us, but we successfully hold him off. We got a warning for colliding with him. But look in front of us, that's the 2 Ferraris battling for 2nd place. We almost lose the car there as we're going out of turn 2, that is. So we're going to try and go as quick as possible, trying to stay with the Ferraris. They're still battling. What a great battle they're having. They're making contact almost. But maybe we can get one of them, but they're too quick and I don't want to risk it. To maybe get a place which they will eventually pass me when my tires are shredded. And I think that's Vettel who successfully got his place on track. But now as we skip to the next lap, that's Bottas trying to make a move on us, so he must have passed Verstappen later in the lap. We're gonna have the outside line for this corner, which is possibly the better line. We get leaving the room, but he doesn't get the exit that he needed. That's Verstappen who's trying to attack on him once again. And we're still currently in P4. Skipping up to the end of lap 2. There's something go past this, but look at this. 3 wide into turn 1 on the main straight. We give our slipstream to Hülkenberg, he can pass them and block them a little bit. Yes, he does. We have successfully... Wow. So we had a technique to give the slipstream to Hülkenberg so that he would block the others, and we actually have done that, and now they're battling. And look at Hülkenberg, it's going pretty quickly.
Gap to car in front is 4.1 seconds. Gap to teammate behind is 6.2 seconds.
And doing our strategy, but we hold up Hülkenberg there pretty well, and we're every single gap to a third, but our tires absolutely done, and we're getting pressurized by the cars behind us. But now, as we skip to the end of the lap, we are coming in for our one and only pit stop. We're gonna hope for a good stop. Everyone's gonna pass us, I think. Yes. And that's a really good stop. 2.1 seconds. Wow. In real life, you wouldn't expect that from Racing Point, but what a lap that is. I mean, what a pit stop that is. I'm really proud of that, and just hope that's going to get us higher than anticipated.
To fit the mediums, car ahead, now running medium
And now
tyres.
those yellow flags in lap 6.
Caution, caution.
Someone's going slowly in front of us. We're currently P17. There's still a lot of cars still have to pit. And is that Leclerc? Oh my goodness me, that is Leclerc. Oh my goodness, he was in third before we made our pit stop. This could mean we can get a podium if Bottas stays behind us after the pit stop. Holy... Okay, so that is Bottas into the pits, I think. He's currently into the pits. And now as we exit, he exits, and we're in P3. This is amazing news. Now we skip to lap 8. And there's yellow flags once again. That is Max Verstappen going slowly on the minimap. And that is another front runner out of the race. What is happening today? So many cars out of the... Well, so many front runners out of the race. So we skip now to the end of lap 9. That is Bottas attacking us. We're gonna have the inside line into turn 1. Almost scraped the wall there. We're gonna try and push him off to get the lead and the better exit. We still have the inside line for this corner. We could try and we're gonna leave him the room, but he goes slowly. This is the replay now. What a great battle we're having with Valtteri Bottas. Are we gonna have a repeat of 2017? That is what my question. And I think he must have touched the wall there. I'm not sure. You can see we left him enough room, but he just goes straight into the wall. And I think he broke a bit of his center plate, if I saw there correctly. But skipping now to the end of lap 11, since our DRS is broken, our Jeff told us this a few laps later, but Bottas now has the inside line. He's trying a different strategy, but the outside line is probably the better line when it comes to exits, and Bottas has taken that corner so slowly. But now, this is the end of the race. Last lap, last few corners, Vettel wins the race. We're currently still P3, but can we hold it on? Come on, we're using overtake mode. Bottas is using slipstream. We're going to come across the line. We're going to try and block him. No, he's going to pass us. Oh no!
Alright, race over.
We've lost
Take
it.
care of the car on the way in.
We've lost third place on the line. Oh no!
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again. Let's have a quick look at how the driver standings have changed. With that brilliant result, Sebastian Vettel secures top spot in the Drivers' Championship. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Well, Crofty, Daniel Ricciardo would have to be my driver of the day. It's less about what he did right, but how little he did wrong. Perfect driving.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Our championship leaders retain their position, but their lead is shrinking. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts.
That was a good race for Lucas. Are you pleased to see him doing well? You've had experience with Devon's fast, aggressive style. Any advice for the drivers he passed today? safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it? It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
Appreciate your time.
Well, what a race that was. Oh, I still can't believe we've lost it. We could have defended so much better. We actually collided with him just to try and block him off in the end there. But it was no use. Oh my. I'm so disappointed. I'm really disappointed. But we're gonna try and keep our head down and
That's a great
look
result. You
for
did
the
really
next
well.
race now,
I don't think we can have any complaints with that performance.
as we now have a new contract negotiation.
Here we can adjust the terms
we're
of our
gonna
proposal.
I think we're gonna
The more
still
ambitiously
keep
we
with
set our
Force India.
targets, the more willing the team will be to
It's
give
no
us better
use to go with
terms.
our team at this point.
We'll have a few chances to suggest a deal, but we
we're
need to
really
be careful.
the best
If
of
a
the rest right
proposed
now.
contract exceeds your value to the team,
We're
it will
sixth
be
place in the
rejected,
championship was
and too many
pretty
attempts
damn
will leave
good.
us stuck with the original offer.
But we're gonna try and increase our perks as much as we can, because we have a pretty good
From
reputation
here, we
with
can
the
change
team.
the team that we're negotiating with. There's no rule saying you need to stay in the same seat forever. Selecting a team here only affects the negotiation. The actual move won't take place until the following race weekend. They aren't coming round to that proposal. Let's try something else. Okay, that proposal looks good. It seems all parties are happy with the deal, so it'll commence at the next race weekend.
So guys, that was the Azerbaijan Baku Grand Prix. Next race is going to be Spain, so we're gonna hope that we have a similar result as we did in Baku. But if you did enjoy this video guys, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.